Welcome to this edition of Catholic Focus. My name is Charles Mawaton and our sign language interpreter is Ezron Otieno. Now let's begin from the stories that are making the headline this evening. As Kenya and the global Catholic community mark the holy month of the Rosary this May, the Bishop of the Catholic Diocese of Kitui, Right Reverend Joseph Mongela, is urging the faithful to intensify their devotion to the Rosary, not just as a symbol of faith, but as a lived spiritual discipline that builds both personal character and national peace. In a heartfelt appeal, Bishop Mongela reminded the Christians that the Rosary is more than a necklace or a charm or an item tucked in pocket. It is a powerful communal prayer rooted in the message of Our Lady of Fatima and called to intercede for peace, unity, and development in Kenya and beyond.
Katika nchi yetu kama Kenya na ulimwengu wote tunajua huu ni mwezi wa Rosari. Maria mama mtakatifu alijionyesha kule Fatima miaka ya zamani kwa watoto wachanga, akawauliza waweze kusema tuombe kwa pamoja, tuombe Rosari, tuombe Mungu, tuweze kubadilisha maisha yetu, tuwe karibu na Mungu, tuwe karibu na moja kwa yule mwingine. Hayo yote hata kwa sasa Rosari tu sio tu ya kuweka kwa shingo, sio ya kuwekelea kwa gari, sio ya kuweka tu kwa mfuko, ni jambo la kutenda kwa pamoja, kunyenyekeza kwake Mwenyezi Mungu, kuomba Rosari kila siku, kuombea nchi yetu tuwe na amani, tuwe na kutembea kwa pamoja, tuweze kumaliza mfurugano, kuweze kuwa na amani, kuweze kuwa na maendeleo. Kama Wakristo tukiwa na tumejiunga kwa pamoja, tuonyeshe wengine kwamba nafuata maadili yake Mwenyezi Mungu, tunafuta wengi na kuwaleta kwake Mungu kwa maneno yetu na zaidi kwa matendo yetu. Kwa hivyo tumrudie Mungu, tumrudie mama yetu Maria, tumuombe, aombee nchi yetu, aombee ulimwengu mzima ili tuweze kuishi kwa umoja.
Alisema tusali Rosari, tupate amani.
Kakamega Governor Fernandez Baraza has backed the national government's plan to lease sugar factories in Western and Nyanza, saying the move will help to revive the struggling sector and should not be mistaken for privatization. Our reporter Asasha Elizabeth brings us this story.
Speaking in Kakamega while touring the ongoing construction of a 45-bed maternity wing at Matungu Level 4 Hospital, Kakamega Governor Fernandez Baraza welcomed the national government's plan to lease sugar factories in the Western and Nyanza regions.
Sisi kama viongozi wa mkoa wa Magharibi ambao tunakuza miwa, ningependa kukosoa wabunge ambao baada ya kupitisha sheria ya leasing tena ndio wanasema our companies zinachukuliwa na private owners. Tuko na tofauti between leasing and privatization. Juzi tumekuwa na mkutano na rais, tumekubaliana mambo ambayo inaendelea hapa Mumias. The only remaining issue ni serikali kulipa the former employees wa Mumias Sugar hapa.
The governor noted that the initiative aims to revive the struggling sugar sector and cautioned leaders against confusing the move with privatization, warning that such claims could mislead the public.
Shughuli ya kulipa the former employees arrears hiyo ni kazi ya serikali. Na investors ambao wanakuja kufanya kazi hapo wamepewa majukumu ya kufanya. Jambo la kwanza ni kuhakikisha tuko na miwa kwa nucleus. Jambo la pili ni kuhakikisha wakulima wanalipwa kwa wakati. So mkulima akilipwa kwa wakati, Alafu kuna bonus pia tulikubaliana kila mwaka wakulima watakuwa wanapata bonus. Tulikubaliana pia kampuni itakuwa inasaidiana na county government kwa shughuli ya kumaintain barabara through the sugar levy ambayo ilipitishwa na sheria ya wabunge.
Baraza also took a swipe at lawmakers opposing the plan, reminding them that the leasing policy had already received parliamentary approval back in 2023.
So wabunge wetu tafadhali, hii mambo ya kumislead watu, milioni wengine wakifanya maandamano kule Nzoia wakisema ya kwamba Nzoia is being privatized, and yet mulipitisha sheria in September ya kwamba all sugar factories must be leased. Na leasing is not privatization. Ni watu wanapewa, investors wanapewa kandarasi, na tunakubaliana the reducible minimum, kulipa wafanyakazi, kulipa wakulima, kulipa former employees.
Asasha Elizabeth for the Catholic Focus, Capuchin TV, Nairobi.
Moving on, in Mavoko, Machakos County, frustration over pollution has sparked a bold grassroots movement. Residents, backed by local foundation, are planting bamboo trees along River Athi, one of Kenya's critical water lifelines, hoping to reverse years of damage caused by unchecked industrial waste. As a call for accountability grow louder, our reporter brings you this story of eco-activism, community resilience, and a river's fight for survival.
Residents of Mavoko in Machakos County have taken matters into their own hands, quite literally, gathering at the banks of River Athi to reclaim what they call a dying lifeline. With the help of Kisaka Foundation, they are planting bamboo trees, a natural purifier and soil stabilizer along sections of the river choked by years of industrial pollution.
The idea is to plant bamboo trees along the River Athi so that we can detoxify the water from industrial waste. You know, the river water is very contaminated. There are so many companies that operate within this area, and most of them discharge their waste into the River Athi, which is completely unfortunate. So we, Kisaka Foundation Kenya, have taken it upon ourselves to clean this river water.
According to the foundation, repeated efforts to engage polluting companies have yielded little. Industries in Athi River continue to discharge untreated waste, endangering human and aquatic life.
We know that those people who live downstream use this water for domestic purposes, for irrigation, and for watering their livestock. So if it is not cleaned, you find that they will use water which is contaminated. So we want to clean it so that those communities that live downstream can use clean water.
The choice of bamboo trees isn't random. It is backed by science and supported by forestry experts.
From the preliminary results that we have done, bamboo has come out to be one of the best candidates in terms of the issues of conservation of the river and also infiltration of these the heavy metals that you're talking about. So the other species, of preferably the indigenous species, they are also vital because they also help in the stabilization of the river banks. But as we talk of the river, sometimes the water levels also sometimes burst. So the trees cannot withstand that the issues of the bank or when the water levels are a bit high. So bamboo happens to be one of the best in terms of conservation. Even if the river bursts, it will not carry away the bamboo. So that is why we are strongly recommend the bamboo as part of the species for conservation.
It is well known scientifically that the roots of the bamboo trees suck in the pollution, the toxin in the water, process it, and then churn out oxygenated water. That is a scientific mechanism. That is what scientists have told us. And we believe that they do that. So as for this project, in about 2 years' time, the roots of these bamboo trees that we are planting today will have reached the water. And they will have started that natural water purification mechanism.
While some industries deny the accusations, others say they have invested in waste treatment.
In every industry that is established under the EPZ program, we encourage that before any discharge to our wastewater facility, they should do pre-treatment of their waste so as to meet the standards for discharge to the public sewers. So our industries don't discharge directly to the river, but to our wastewater treatment plant, to our wastewater trunk sewer line, which goes to our waste treatment plant in Kinanie, which we are currently doing. We have a new ETP that is there. So yes, we are geared towards environmental management, mostly because we are from the environment section. And today's initiative is one among many that we have had before. And we are working towards doing more.
Even so, the residents say visible improvement remains elusive.
Those companies that operate in this area should come on board this program because they are the ones who are responsible for the mess in which this area finds itself. So they should come on board and assist us so that we can continue doing what we are doing. This is a multi-sectoral national effort, and it should incorporate all stakeholders, including the national government, county government, the private sector, public institutions, private institutions, and even individuals.
Kisaka Foundation is working with the Green Africa Group to replicate this model across lower eastern counties, showing that drylands too can bloom if given a chance.
So what I am requesting is that the county government, because it takes some authority to approach these companies because there is a legal element to it. So I take this opportunity to request the county government of Machakos to approach these companies and request them or even oblige them to come on board this program so that we can push this wheel of progress together. That they should do, because most of the workers in those companies reside in this area, you see, and once this, if you pollute this water, you find that the people breathe polluted air.
River Athi, they say, can be more than just a memory of what was if polluters are held accountable and restoration efforts are embraced widely.
There is the Nairobi Rivers Commission, and in fact we think that the River Athi should be incorporated into the Nairobi Rivers Commission, conglomeration. Because at some point, the two Nairobi rivers pour into the River Athi. That makes the River Athi the main river. The Nairobi rivers, the two Nairobi rivers, are actually tributaries of the River Athi.
Asashi Elizabeth, reporting for the Catholic Focus, Capuchin TV, from Mavoko, Machakos County.
In rural parts of Voi constituency, a basic need has become a barrier to education for many schoolgirls. But this week, hope arrived in the form of sanitary pads, thanks to timely intervention by the Shangaishi Foundation. The donation targets girls from low-income families who have long struggled with access, often missing school and facing increased vulnerability and poor academic performance. Our reporter Gabriel Mwakoma is in Taita Taveta and brings us this story of dignity restored and dreams kept alive.
The Shangaishi Foundation distributed the sanitary towels to 5 primary schools in Voi sub-county, Taita Taveta County, in an initiative aimed at promoting dignity and ensuring that no girl is left behind due to menstruation. Speaking during the distribution exercise, officials from the foundation emphasized the importance of creating a safe and respectful learning environment.
Tuna donate sanitary towels kwa shule kwa sababu kumekuwa na wasichana wengi wamekuwa wa afford hizi sanitary pads, zimekuwa so expensive. Alafu kuna wengine pia wanakosa shule kwa sababu ya when they wako kwa periods zao our afford, so they have to kukaa nyumbani hiyo duration ya period.
Wasichana wadogo wengi siku hizi hawafahamu mambo ya sexual reproductive health kwa sababu wakienda huko nje, some of the girls when you are in school, because hawana pads, they like sanitary towels, basic needs like sanitary towels. They are exchanging their dignity just for a sanitary towel. Unaona? So sisi kwa sababu tuna deal bado na SRH, we are supporting the community. Wasichana wajue sio lazima you exchange your dignity with sanitary towels.
Wengine wanakosa kuja shule kisa na maana wakiwa katika siku zao za heri. So nikaona kama Shangaishi Foundation leo kurudisha back kwa community kwa sababu tunataka watoto wetu wawe na muda mzuri wa kuwa shuleni na kusoma bila kusumbuka.
Teachers and school heads welcomed the donation, saying it had come at a critical time. They noted that many girls had previously missed classes due to a lack of sanitary pads, but the intervention had now renewed hope and motivation among the students.
Wanafunzi wamekuwa na challenge, most of them. They come from a very humble background. So affording such a sanitary towel, it has really been a challenge. But we appreciate the organization for at least wamewakumbuka, and I hope during that time they will be able to concentrate with their studies in school.
Donation ya Shangaishi imenifurahisha mimi kama mwalimu mkuu kwa sababu hili ni jambo ambalo ni la kufurahisha, hasa kwa wasichana wetu. Wanapata matatizo, hata siku zingine hawaji shule wakati wanapitia hali hiyo yao. Kwa hivyo mimi nampongeza sana ndugu yangu huyu bwana Shangaishi.
And they have given us some sanitary pads which was lacking in this school. Of late we have not received any from the government, and sanitary is very important for our girls. Actually there have been issues here and there, but we have been managing using our other ways. But with this help, at least our girls are very confident, and also we as teachers are also very confident. So I want to thank Shangaishi for this initiative. I want to believe that it will continue to help us handle the issues of the girls.
Sodo kwa wasichana wetu hapa imekuwa ni challenge kwa sababu hawa watoto wanatoka katika vitongoji duni. Vitongoji kama Sofia, sikujua, ni vitongoji ambavyo ni duni sana. Na wazazi pale mapato yao ni chini. Na wengi sana washafikia umri kwamba wanaona siku zao za heavy. Kwa hivyo tukipata well wisher ambaye ametuunga mkono kuwasaidia hawa watoto ili wabaki shuleni wasome, mimi kwangu ni furaha kubwa sana.
Gabriel Mwakoma, Taita Taveta.
Moving on to western part of the country, Kakamega County Women Representative Elsie Muhanda has issued a scathing critique of the county government, accusing it of paralyzing the public health sector and denying resident access to essential medical services. Our reporter Deborah Mwanya has the full details of this story.
Mohanda described the state of healthcare in the county as dire, citing the ongoing doctors' strike, which has now entered its second month without resolution. She expressed concerns that the gains made during the tenure of former Governor Wycliffe Oparanya to improve healthcare services have been reversed, pointing to a severe shortage of medical supplies that has left many patients unattended.
Hapa Kakamega County health sector imeoza. Saa hii madaktari wako kwa mgomo. Saa hii wale madaktari, mimi nikiwa waziri wa health, tukiwa na Wycliffe Oparanya, sio rahisi kupata madaktari. Tulitafuta sana hapa Kenya tukapata ma specialties. Saa hii tayari kuna wale wametoka Kakamega, wamerudi. Watu wangu wanatabika sana. Na hakuna yule ana-apply kuwa mgonjwa. Kwa hivyo mimi nimesikitika sana. Nikiangalia ile referral hospital yenye Wycliffe Oparanya alianza akitaka itusaidie na akawacha pesa ndani ya kuendeleza. Ile kitu Fernandez Baraza alifanya, kwanza ametoa wale wenye walikuwa wanalinda hiyo hospitali. Hakuna security hapo. Sasa vile security hakuna, watu wameingia ndani wanaendelea kupora ile facility yetu. Kwa hivyo mimi nasikitika sana, na pia nikitembea Kakamega County, kwa maana vile niliona hiyo barua nilisema niende niangalie. Nimefanya kutembea kwa dispensary, hakuna madawa. Nimetembea hapa General, hakuna madawa.
Accompanied by other local leaders, Mohanda called on the EACC and the DCI to investigate the utilization of county funds. The leaders alleged that development in Kakamega has stalled and residents' quality of life is rapidly declining.
Na mimi nataka niulize EACC na DCI. Ile ufisadi inafanyika hapa Kakamega, mbona hao wamenyamaza? Kuna dozia kubwa inaonyesha kuna pesa zinafujwa kule hospitalini katika vitengo zote, na EACC imenyamaza. Sisi kama MCS mnavyochua, wengi wetu ambao wako bunge, wengi wamenunuliwa na serikali hii, hawezi ongea. Lakini wale wachache ambao tutaishi tukisema ukweli. Tunaita EACC, tunaambia DCI waje hapa Kakamega wafanye uchunguzi.
Mohanda made these remarks while handing over motorcycles to youth in Kakamega town. Over 2,500 young people have so far benefited from the motorcycle program through Kakoma Sacco. At the same event, boda operators raised concerns over growing insecurity in the county. They urged local authorities to act swiftly, saying many riders have been attacked and some have lost their lives.
Tunataka tuombe administration ya Kakamega County, kuanzia kwa region county commander kuja kwa mpaka chini mpaka kwa bwana OCS na bwana OCBD. Usalama ya Kakamega imekuwa mbaya sana. Tunaomba tafadhali watu wetu wa Kakamega wanawawa vibaya, na tunaomba tupate ulinzi kupitia kwenyu, kwa sababu sisi wenyewe hatuwezi tukajilinda. Tunaomba sisi wenyewe tupate usaidizi kutoka kwenyu.
Debra Mwanya, Capuchin TV, Catholic Focus from Kakamega County.
Transparency in county budget is gaining ground across Kenya, with some counties setting a new benchmark in open governance. A new released 2024 survey by Budgety Hub reveals encouraging progress, but also exposes gaps that still needs urgent attention. Our reporter Susan Bulemi breaks down the findings in this latest county budget transparency.
33 of Kenya's 47 counties have improved their budget transparency, according to the 2024 County Budget Transparency Survey by Budgety Hub. West Pokot, Makueni, and Busia lead the rankings, while Marsabit ranks the lowest. The survey shows that 84% of key budget documents are now publicly available, more than double the 2020 figure. But despite the progress, public participation remains weak, scoring just 12 out of 100, a decline from last year's score of 13. Lead researcher Cuba Hutton notes that the average county budget transparency index has improved by 8 points since 2023.
We often say that budget documents and budget public finance management at large is as political as it is technical. And one of the things that we found is that budget transparency is as much a factor of leadership, of political leadership, as it is of political pressure. And these speak to the supply and demand for budget transparencies when you apply a political lens. The study found that political will from the county leadership acts as an internal accountability mechanism for transparency, encouraging efforts to actually avail comprehensive budget documents. In short, one of the respondents actually said, the reason we work so hard on producing budget documents is because our county governor cares about producing these budget documents. And so we found that that accountability from the top actually trickles down.
Dr. Abraham Rugo, Executive Director of Budgeti Hub, emphasized that collaborative action by regional hubs and communities has been critical, despite differing local priorities.
The County Budget Transparency Survey, not just as an index, but actually as a vehicle of voice. Because through this vehicle, citizens can be able to ask questions on different budget documents. Yet as we do that, we observe that participation remains the weakest link in both through information simplification and documenting of citizens' input, as we have seen. Disclosure of information on public participation continues to present a challenge. And as we have seen, it is scoring at 12 points out of 100 points in CBTS 2024. In fact, it has declined because last year it was at 13 points. And therefore, we not only need to document what the citizens say, but also provide feedback on what was done with the decisions of the citizens. And our goal is to ensure that the kind of reporting, as my colleague Cuba said, is actually available so that every citizen, including the children who are now actively participating, and thanks to the support of partners who are here, UNICEF especially, World Vision Kenya, for the work that has continued to be done to ensure that children's voice is actually available, and many others who are playing that particular role. Because
At the launch event, Makueni Governor Mutula Kilonzo Jr. criticized the national government for interfering in county matters and delaying funds.
Last week, they sent us a circular. They want to form market committees. I've argued this before, that the only function the national government is not interested in counties is the one of vaccination of rabies. That one they don't seem interested. But everything else, the national government wants to do. They have even issued a circular on doing Maram roads. What business does national government have about Maram roads in West Pokot, Elgeyo Marakwet, Makueni, Taita Taveta? They have no business. So these reports must give the impetus to all of us to start demanding that national government must comply with the Constitution in terms of following functions with resources.
Dr. Shaheen Nailota, UNICEF's Kenya representative, commended the county's efforts to open up their budgets to public scrutiny.
When money is tight, and we know in the current fiscal space, this isn't necessarily about loosening that grip, but it must count and it must be accounted for. And transparency actually means putting citizens at the center of decision making. When the citizens are engaged, and this is where you know that democracy has really been transformed and makes its meaning in its totality. And I'm sure it means clear feedback mechanisms, strong civic engagement, and meaningful participation. But we know that while public participation and public engagement is quite essential and must be done, but it's equally very expensive. How do we therefore bridge that gap? And Kenya, which is a trailblazer country in the region, in the continent, when it comes to digital spaces, how do we leverage technology for expanding reach, for accelerating information sharing, reducing cost, and promoting inclusivity and feedback? While children make up, as you heard, 42% of the Kenya's population, they must also be part of the dialogue, and I'm glad that we've seen that happening in some of the counties. So let us ensure that applying the survey results for real change would actually means that transparency only matters when it's used to improve results for children, for women, for the most marginalized.
Norway's ambassador to Kenya, His Excellency Ghana Andreas Holm, reaffirmed his country's support for Kenya's democratic journey.
Transparency is not just about efficiency or compliance. It is deeply linked to human rights. The right to information, the right to participate, the right to services, these are not abstract principles. They are made real when a mother can demand better health services, when a youth group can question a stalled infrastructure project, or when a disabled person can advocate for a budget that includes them and facilitate their lives. This is democracy in action. We remain committed to supporting open governance, human rights and democratic resilience in Kenya, and are really looking forward to continue our work with the JB Hub.
As counties make strides in opening their books, the call remains clear. True accountability must be built on public engagement and trust. Reporting for Catholic Focus, my name is Susan Bulemi.
And that brings us to the end of this edition of Catholic Focus. I'm Charles Mavaton, and our sign language interpreter has been Ezron Otieno. Stay safe, stay prayerful, and continue to be the voice of hope in your community. God bless.
You are watching Capuchin TV. For any complaints, comments, or compliments on our programming, you can either write to us on info@capuchintv.co.ke, or you can call us directly on 0717 424 866. Your complaint shall be addressed within 7 days. Remember to keep a copy of your communication with us. Keep watching Capuchin TV, your Catholic identity.
Father in heaven, may the faith you've given us in your Son, Jesus Christ, our brother, and the flame of charity enkindled in our hearts by the Holy Spirit, reawaken in us the blessed hope for the coming of your kingdom. May your grace transform us into tireless cultivators of the seeds of the gospel. May those seeds transform from within both humanity and the whole cosmos in the sure expectation of a new heaven and a new earth, when with the powers of evil vanquished, your glory will shine eternally. May the grace of the Jubilee reawaken in us pilgrims of hope, a yearning for the treasures of heaven. May that same grace spread the joy and peace of our Redeemer throughout the earth. To you, our God, eternally blessed be glory and praise forever. Amen.
Hello to you, our dear viewers of Capuchin TV, and welcome to the Family Faith Show, whereby we get to interact with the youth in various ways.
Let's stop judging people according to their tribes.
We present to you fresh perspectives, exciting conversations, engaging debates, Bible trivia discussions, showcasing of talents such as singing, dancing, art, and so much more from guests who keep it real and authentic.
Sasa wewe, nitajuaje hautanihat? It's true that human nature covers us.
So buckle up, because this season is about to be epic with me, your one and only host, Susan Bulemi. Keep it locked right here on the Family Faith Show every Wednesday from 2 to 3 p.m. only on Capuchin TV.
Familia takatifu ina mcha Mungu, wanasali na kuyatafakari maneno ya Biblia. Biblia ndiyo ngao ya maisha, familia takatifu.
At the gracious invitation of the Father in charge, the Parish Pastoral Council, and the organizing committee, Capuchin TV is honored to join Our Lady of Visitation Parish, Makadara, in celebrating their 69th Family Day. The celebration will take place on Saturday, 31st May, beginning with the Holy Mass at 9 a.m., presided over by the Right Reverend Bishop Peter Kimani Ndongo of the Catholic Diocese of Embu. This year's theme, modeled on Mother Mary, a family rooted in faith, rises in hope, beautifully reflects the spirit of unity and devotion that defines this cherished occasion. Capuchin TV will broadcast the event live and share it across all our social media platforms. Keep watching Capuchin TV, your Catholic identity channel.
Familia takatifu ina mcha Mungu, wanasali na kuyatafakari maneno ya Biblia. Biblia ndiyo ngao ya maisha, familia takatifu.
St. Augustine Boys School, proudly initiated by the Catholic Women Association, CWA, is a Catholic faith-based institution nestled in the serene environment of Mangu, off the Thika Superhighway. Away from the city's hustle, our school offers calm, fresh air environment, perfect for learning and growth. With modern amenities, we provide holistic education, blending academic excellence, STEM programs, and enriching co-curricular activities like science congress and sports. We are prepared for the incoming CBC curriculum, and with the new CBC curriculum, we aim to focus on STEM, that is science, technology, engineering and mathematics, and social sciences pathways. We also have limited vacancies for Form 2 and Form 3 under the 844C.
Welcome to Nazareth Rural Hospital, a health facility of choice. Located in the heart of Rural, which was started by the Franciscan Sisters of the Immaculate Heart of Mary with the aim of offering innovative and holistic healthcare.
We are dedicated to provide a world-class healthcare right here in the heart of Ruiru community. With a team of highly skilled specialists, we deliver exceptional care across range of services, including comprehensive surgical procedures, life-saving cesarean sections, normal delivery, and cutting-edge pediatric care to ensure your little ones thrive. Our maternity services, which in delivery on a walk-in, walk-out basis. Also, we offer a wide range of life-saving cesarean section, and we offer a wide range of pediatric services and medical conditions, including hypertension and diabetes.
We also have Social Health Authority cover, and patients who are registered get benefits.
And we have a wide range of insurances coverage, including but not limited to CIC, Britam, MOA, PACES, GA, First Assurance, Minet, SK Diocese of Mount Kenya, UAP, and Madison.
We have general outpatient, which run from 8 a.m. up to 5. We also have the casualty, which run from 5 p.m. up to 8 a.m. in the morning. So we do have the special clinics that run or are just distributed along the week. On Tuesday, we have Obs-Gyn clinic. On Wednesday, we do have surgical outpatient clinic. We do have, on Fridays, we do have the ENT clinic. We have pediatric outpatient clinic. We have dental clinic. And along the week, we do have those clinics that run from Monday to Friday. That is comprehensive care clinics that deal with the HIV-affected patient. We do have the physiotherapy, which run from Monday to Friday.
This is the therapy department. We do heart conditions like spondylosis, stenosis. We do sports injuries also, and neurological deformities. This is the traction bed where we do the spinal compression.
Since its inception, the hospital has made major strides in providing healthcare and medical services owing to dedicated medical practitioners.
We offer a 24-hour casualty and emergency care. We also have a gynae outpatient clinic, surgical outpatient clinic, and we offer multidisciplinary care. We have a 45-bed capacity.
We do a wide range of tests that are needed to improve and advance the care given to the patient. When it comes to the X-ray department, we do have the X-ray where we do the digital X-rays. We do have the ultrasound, which are run by the sonographers.
Welcome to Nazareth Hospital X-ray department. My name is Lynn Wangoi. I'm the sonographer. So here we have an example of the digital X-ray that we have. This is our ultrasound machine. Ultrasounds are done here. We do obstetric, we do pelvic scans, and even the small parts like breasts and prostate, we do them from here. We also have ECG services offered here in this department. This is an X-ray machine. It's a digital X-ray machine. This is where we take our X-rays from. We do all X-rays from the scan to the foot. All X-rays are available here.
In our mother and child health clinic, we offer services such as immunization, whereby we follow the national guideline for the immunization. We also offer services such as the nutritional counseling, whereby we monitor the growth and the development of their child. And also in every Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., we have our pediatrician clinic, whereby your child is able to be assessed by the pediatrician. Our services run from Monday to Friday from 8 a.m. up to 5 p.m. When our child is healthy, our future is also healthy.
Are you planning to have a baby? We encourage you to come and meet our gynecologist. We will start the journey with you. When you're with child, we walk the journey with you for pregnancy. Our goal being to provide good care for you and your unborn baby. We will try and minimize complications during your pregnancy, advise you on good diet and your care during pregnancy. Upon delivery, our maternity is very well equipped. We offer normal and cesarean delivery and a very well trained lactation expert who will help you with your breastfeeding and all your baby care needs. After delivery, you will visit us for your checkup for you and your baby and ensure that there's smooth transition for you and your baby.
The hospital has portrayed the love of Christ by offering essential services to the local community and beyond. We have opened a funeral home where we offer the last respect services at affordable prices.
At Nazareth Rural Hospital, your health is our priority, and it's where passion meets innovation.
We offer excellent healthcare services rooted in the health ministry of God.
We prioritize your healthcare, so please visit our hospital.
contact us on 0717 736 211. You can also email us at riru@nazarethhospital.or.ke or nazarethriruhospital@gmail.com. This Friday, May 30th this year, a blessed day awaits in Tongaren. St. John the Evangelist Catholic Church Tongaren, in collaboration with the Franciscan Sisters of St. Joseph Asombi, joyfully invites you to the blessing and official opening of the new convent, Our Lady Queen of Peace Tongaren. The sacred event begins with the Eucharistic celebration presided over by Right Reverend Mark Kadima, Bishop of the Catholic Diocese of Bungoma. And you don't have to miss a moment. The event will be brought to you live on Capuchin TV and streamed across all our social media platforms. Your presence, whether on site or online, will mean the world to the Christians of Tongaren. Mark your calendar, spread the word, and be part of this blessed moment. Keep watching Capuchin TV, your staunchly Catholic identity channel.
Tunakusalimu.